Hey there, awesome friends. Do you like animals and big boats and colourful rainbows? Today we're going on an amazing journey to meet a super brave man named Noah, who built the biggest boat ever. This is a story about listening to God even when it seems really weird. Are you ready for this awesome adventure? Let's go. Long ago, God looked down at the world and felt very sad. The people he made weren't being nice to each other anymore. They were making bad choices and not taking care of God's beautiful world. But guess what? There was one special man who still talked to God and tried to do the right thing. His name was Noah. One day, God spoke to Noah. "Noah," God said, "I need to wash the world clean with a big rainstorm, but I want to save you and your family because you still listen to me." Can you imagine how surprised Noah must have been? What do you think your face would look like if God talked to you? God told Noah, "I want you to build a gigantic boat called an ark. Make it super duper big with lots of rooms inside." Noah's neighbors saw him building this huge boat and started laughing. "Noah, what are you doing? There's no water anywhere. You're building a boat where there's no lake or ocean." Have you ever had someone laugh at you for doing something different? That's how Noah felt. But Noah kept working anyway. Day after day, Noah and his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, hammered and sawed and built. The work was hard, but Noah remembered God's words. "God," Noah would pray, "this is really hard work, and sometimes I feel silly, but I trust you." Finally, after lots and lots of days, the enormous boat was finished. The ark was as long as 1.5 football field and as tall as a 4-story building. God said, "Now Noah, bring 2 of every kind of animal into the ark." Wow, can you imagine all those animals coming to Noah? There were tall giraffes, big elephants, tiny mice, slithering snakes, hopping kangaroos, roaring lions, and colourful birds of every kind. When all the animals were inside, Noah and his family went in too. How many people were in Noah's family? Noah and his wife is 2 plus 3 sons, and their wives makes 8 people total. Then something amazing happened. God closed the door of the ark, and guess what happened next? It started to rain. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights without stopping. That's like raining all day, every day, for more than a month. The water covered everything, even the tallest mountains. But Noah, his family, and all the animals were safe in their big boat. God kept his promise to protect them. Inside the ark, Noah had a big job. He had to feed all those hungry animals every day. Some ate hay, some ate seeds, and some ate fruits and vegetables. Taking care of so many animals was a lot of work. After a long time, the rain stopped. They couldn't leave yet because water was still everywhere. They had to wait for the water to go down. Do you think it was hard to wait? Noah and his family had to be very patient. Noah wanted to know if there was dry land, so he sent out a bird called a raven to look, but the raven came back. Then he sent out a dove. The first time, the dove came right back. Why do you think it came back? That's right. There was no place to land. A week later, Noah sent the dove out again. This time, the dove came back with a fresh olive leaf in its mouth. This meant trees were starting to appear above the water again. After another week, Noah sent the dove out once more. This time, the dove didn't come back at all. Do you know why? Because it found a good place to live. Finally, after being in the ark for a super long time, over a year, God said, "Noah, you can come out now." How do you think the animals felt when they could finally leave the ark? They must have been so happy to run and play again. The first thing Noah did was build an altar and say thank you to God. And God made a wonderful promise. "I will never again flood the entire earth. To show my promise, I'm putting a rainbow in the sky." And there it was, the most beautiful rainbow ever. What colours do you see in a rainbow? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Each colour reminds us of God's promise. Every time we see a rainbow after it rains, we can remember God's special promise. The rainbow reminds us that God always keeps his promises. Noah listened and obeyed God even when it was really hard. And God took care of Noah and all the animals, just like he promised. God takes care of you too. And just like Noah, we can choose to listen to God, even when others might not understand. So friends, what did we learn from Noah's amazing adventure? We learned that God keeps his promises. We learned that listening to God is super important, even when it seems strange or difficult. And we learned that God has a special plan for each of us, just like he had for Noah. Next time you see a beautiful rainbow in the sky, remember Noah and remember God's special promise. And remember that you can be brave and trust God just like Noah did.